You've probably heard a few wild ideas about dogs, like all dogs can naturally swim? Spoiler alert, some of them sink like furry little rocks. Or maybe you've thought, dogs love hugs just as much as we do. Turns out they're not big fans. But here's the one that really needs clearing up. When dogs yawn too much, it's just because they're tired. Nope, there's a whole lot more to it than that. In this video, we will bust these myths wide open. Please like and subscribe to support us. And let us know your favorite dog myth in the comments. Now, let's start with a very popular one, which is dogs like hugs. Yes, it feels so warm and loving to hug your dogs. But for them, it's a bit awkward. Most dogs don't actually enjoy hugs. They might feel trapped, like you're holding them down. Imagine someone wrapping you up tight without warning. It's not exactly comfortable, right? In fact, hugs can remind dogs of how other dogs pin them during fights. It's a move that screams dominance, not love. Some dogs might tolerate it, but their wagging tail doesn't always mean they're happy. Instead of hugging, try scratching their chest or giving belly rubs. Those are gestures they usually love. If you want to express affection, think about what makes them relaxed, not what makes you feel good. Pay attention to their body language. Are their ears pinned back? Are they licking their lips nervously? These signs can mean, please stop. Speaking of things that seem helpful but aren't, let's talk about shaving your dog in the summer. You might think less fur means less heat, right? Not for dogs. Their fur actually helps regulate their body temperature. For double-coated breeds like Huskies or Golden Retrievers, that fluffy coat keeps them cool by trapping air and protecting their skin from the sun. Shaving it off can leave them hotter, not cooler. Plus, you put them at risk for sunburn or insect bites. No one wants their dog to end up itchy and burnt. If you're worried about them overheating, there are better options. Brush them regularly to remove loose fur and keep their coat healthy. Offer plenty of shade and fresh water during hot days. You can even get them a cooling mat or let them play in a shallow kiddie pool. It's all about working with their natural design, not against it. Another surprising myth about dogs is only happy dogs wag their tails. You know, a wagging tail doesn't always mean your dog is happy. It can mean all sorts of things: anxiety, fear, or even aggression. The key is to look at the bigger picture. If their body looks stiff and their ears are back, that wag might not be friendly. Dogs use their tails to communicate, but it's just one part of their body language. Think about how humans use facial expressions. A smile can be sarcastic or fake, right? It's the same with dogs and their tails. Learn to read the rest of their body. For example, a low wag with slow movement might mean they're nervous. A high, stiff wag could be a warning to back off. Understanding these signals helps you interact with your dog safely. Always approach them calmly and give them space if they seem unsure. Speaking of misconceptions, let's address the myth about female dogs needing puppies. You've probably heard someone say that female dogs need to have puppies to feel complete. That's not true. Dogs don't think about family the way humans do. They're not dreaming of starting a little pack of their own. Allowing a dog to have a litter doesn't make her happier, but it does put her at risk. Pregnancy and birth can lead to serious health problems like infections or complications. Spaying, on the other hand, helps prevent these issues. It also reduces the risk of certain cancers. Plus, it helps control the pet population, which means fewer dogs in shelters. If you want your dog to feel fulfilled, give her love, attention, and plenty of playtime. She's already happy being part of your family. Now, let's tackle another popular myth about male dogs. Some people worry that neutering their dog will change who they are. Relax, it won't. Neutering doesn't mess with your dog's core personality. It just helps reduce hormone-driven behaviors like roaming or marking everything they see. In fact, many neutered dogs become calmer and more focused. They're less likely to get into fights or run off looking for a mate. Neutering also lowers the risk of certain cancers, like testicular cancer. It's a win-win for their health and your peace of mind. If you're on the fence, talk to your vet. They'll help you decide what's best for your dog. Just know that neutering won't take away their playfulness or love for you. They'll still be the same loyal, loving companion you adore. Next, we have the infamous myth about showing your dog who's the boss. Ever heard that you need to be the alpha to get your dog to behave? That idea comes from outdated studies about wolves, not dogs. Dogs don't see you as part of a wolf pack. They see you as family. They aren't plotting to take over your house or test your leadership. What they really respond to is kindness and consistency. Positive reinforcement works wonders. Reward them when they get it right instead of scolding them for mistakes. This builds trust and makes them more eager to learn. Set clear rules and stick to them. Dogs thrive on structure. Training should be fun and engaging, not a power struggle. A reliable leader is someone they trust, not fear. Forget about trying to dominate and focus on teamwork instead. Now, speaking of teamwork, let's talk about the real relationship between dogs and cats. The idea that dogs and cats are mortal enemies is a bit over the top. Sure, some dogs chase cats, but that's usually because they weren't introduced properly. With a little patience, many dogs and cats can form amazing bonds. It all depends on their personalities. Some dogs are naturally curious, while others are more protective or indifferent. Start slow when introducing them. Let them sniff each other through a barrier and reward calm behavior. Gradual steps and positive reinforcement can help build trust between them. Avoid forcing interactions. It's better to let them warm up at their own pace. Over time, they might even cuddle up together. Don't buy into the stereotype. They could surprise you. And you know what's even more surprising? It's that many people think all dogs can swim naturally. No, not every dog is born to paddle. Breeds like bulldogs and dachshunds often struggle because of their body shape. They're not bad dogs, they just aren't built for swimming. Even dogs that can swim might panic in deep water or strong currents. If you want your dog to enjoy the water, take it slow. Start in shallow areas and let them get comfortable. Using a doggy life vest can make them feel more secure. Always stay close by even if your dog is a strong swimmer. Accidents can happen and your supervision is their safety net. Swimming can be a great way to exercise your dog, but it's important to respect their limits. Let's move on to another myth that could put your dog in real danger. Many people think it's okay to leave their dogs in cars with the windows down on a hot day. No, it's not okay at all. Leaving your dog in the car, even with the windows cracked, is a recipe for disaster. On a warm day, the temperature inside a car can skyrocket in minutes. Dogs can't cool down as efficiently as humans, so heat stroke is a serious risk. Once their body temperature rises too high, it can lead to organ failure or even death. Even if you're just running a quick errand, it's not worth the risk. Your dog is better off staying at home where it's cool and safe. If you ever see a dog left in a hot car, don't hesitate to call for help. It could save their life. Safety should always come first for your furry friend. And while we're talking about things that need more attention, let's dig into the real reasons behind excessive yawning in dogs. A yawning dog doesn't always mean they're tired. Dogs yawn for lots of reasons, and one big one is stress. If your dog yawns repeatedly during training or when meeting new people, it could mean they're feeling overwhelmed. Yawning is also a way for them to release tension. Sometimes it's a sign of discomfort or even pain. Dental issues, neurological problems, or toxins could be the cause. Pay attention to when and how often your dog yawns. If it seems excessive or out of place, it's worth checking with your vet. Catching issues early can make a big difference in their health. Your dog uses their body language to communicate. Don't ignore the message.